No one noticed Adam Gray at first. When he moved into the old blue house at the end of Cedar Street, it happened quietly, almost secretly. A small truck arrived early in the morning, unloaded a few boxes, and left before most neighbors woke up. There was no welcome party, no friendly wave, no sign that a new life had begun inside the house that had been empty for nearly 2 years. The house itself looked tired. The paint was faded, the porch steps creaked, the windows reflected the sky like dark mirrors. Many people on the street believed no one would ever live there again. But Adam did. He was tall and thin, with pale skin and eyes that always looked far away. He wore dark coats even when the sun was warm. He never smiled, never spoke to anyone. He left the house only in the early morning or late evening, when the street was quiet. Stephanie Miller noticed him more than others. She lived across the street and worked from home, so she often sat by the window with her laptop and coffee. She liked to observe the small details of daily life. Children walking to school, dogs pulling their owners down the sidewalk, old couples sitting on their porches. Adam did not fit into this picture. He never sat outside. He never waved. He never checked his mail in the daytime. It was as if he was afraid of being seen. Then came the Wednesday afternoon that changed everything. The sky was clear, the air was warm, birds were loud in the trees. Stephanie was watering her flowers, enjoying the quiet moment when she looked up and saw Adam standing in his front window. At first, she thought he was watching her. But he was not looking outside. He was staring at the wall inside his own house. Not moving, not blinking. His face was pale, tight, serious, as if he were listening to a voice only he could hear. Minutes passed. Stephanie stopped watering. Still, Adam did not move. Then slowly, carefully, he raised his hand and placed it against the glass. His fingers trembled slightly. His lips moved. Stephanie leaned closer, trying to read what he said. Finally, she heard it. "It's happening again." The words were soft, almost broken. A cold feeling spread through her chest. She did not know why, but she felt certain those words were not meant for the present. That night, sirens screamed through Cedar Street. Police cars arrived, red and blue lights filled the darkness. Officers rushed into a house 2 doors away, the home of Laura Finch, a quiet woman who lived alone. Hours later, the truth spread through the neighborhood. Laura was dead, found in her living room. No broken windows, no forced door, no weapon, and no witness, except Adam. When detectives questioned him, he did not look surprised. He said, "I saw it." When? 10 years ago. And in that moment, Cedar Street understood something terrible. The quiet neighbor was not watching the present. He was remembering the future. Detective Harris had met many strange people in his career, but Adam Gray disturbed him in a different way. Not because Adam was violent, not because he was angry, because he looked lost, as if his mind lived somewhere else. In the interview room, Adam sat straight and calm. His hands rested quietly on the table. His voice was steady. But his eyes seemed tired in a way no normal tiredness could explain. Harris began with simple questions. Where were you yesterday? What time did you go home? Did you know the victim? Adam answered easily. Then Harris asked about the murder. He described it. Where Laura stood, how the lamp was tilted, where the glass had shattered behind the sofa. Every detail was perfect. Harris felt a chill. How do you know this? Adam hesitated, then said softly, "Because I already lived it." He explained. 10 years ago, one morning, he woke up in the past. Same town, same streets, same life, but everything younger. He remembered crimes that had not happened yet, deaths no one believed were coming. In that other life, 3 women had been murdered. No one had ever solved it. "This time, I'm trying to change it," Adam said. Then he whispered, "The next death is tomorrow evening." And who? Stephanie Miller. Stephanie did not sleep at all that night. She checked every lock twice, then 3 times. She closed every curtain, she left every light on. Fear filled every corner of her house. On Wednesday afternoon, she saw Adam again at his window, watching the wall, whispering. She crossed the street and knocked. When he opened the door, his eyes were wet with tears. "You shouldn't be here," he said. "You're already dead in the other life." He told her everything about time, about memory, about the man named Daniel Brooks. Then he described her childhood scar. No one else knew. Stephanie believed him because sometimes the most dangerous secrets are remembered, not discovered. The name Daniel Brooks did not mean anything at first. When Detective Harris searched the police database, nothing appeared. No arrests, no reports, no warnings. Daniel Brooks was not a criminal. He was not even interesting. He worked in a small shipping office near the highway. He paid his bills on time. He had no close family and very few friends. To the world, he was invisible. But Adam spoke about him with certainty. "He walks his dog at 6 every morning," Adam said. "He drinks coffee at the corner cafe at 8. On Thursdays, he sits in his car for 10 minutes before coming home. That's when he plans." Harris decided to test him. He sent officers to follow Daniel Brooks. Everything Adam said came true. At 6, Daniel walked his thin brown dog. At 8, he sat alone in the cafe, always choosing the table near the window. At night, he parked his car and waited, staring at nothing before entering his building. Harris felt uneasy. "How do you know all this?" Adam did not answer. The following week, on another Wednesday afternoon, something terrible almost happened. A woman named Karen Lewis was attacked in her apartment. She survived only because a neighbor heard noise and called the police. When officers arrived, Karen was bleeding, shaking, barely conscious. Before she passed out, she whispered one sentence: "The quiet man, he watches first." Harris showed her a photo lineup. She pointed at Daniel Brooks. Now police believed Adam. Daniel was questioned. He denied everything. There was no evidence, no weapon, no witnesses willing to testify. And Adam was always nearby, always at the right place, always watching from a distance. Stephanie noticed it too. Every time something happened, Adam was close, not running, not hiding, observing, as if he were studying the world. One evening, Harris followed Adam instead of Daniel. Adam walked slowly through town, stopping at certain corners, staring at buildings, whispering names under his breath. At one dark street, he stopped and said quietly, "This is where she screamed the loudest last time." Harris felt his heart race. That night, he began to suspect something far worse. What if Adam was not only remembering crimes, what if he was learning from them? Harris searched deeper into the past, hospital records, accident reports, death certificates, and then he found it. 10 years ago, a car accident on the highway during heavy rain. Driver, Adam Gray, declared dead at the scene. Age, 32. Harris stared at the photo. It was the same man, same eyes, same face, same small scar near the eyebrow. Impossible. He brought Adam in again. When confronted with the report, Adam did not deny it. "I remember dying," he said softly. "The pain, the darkness, and then waking up in my bed 10 years earlier." "Why you?" Harris asked. Adam looked away. "Because I was supposed to fix it." He confessed everything. In the first life, Adam had noticed strange things about Daniel Brooks, followed him, watched him, discovered his plans. But instead of stopping him, Adam watched. He wanted to understand. He believed time had given him a gift, the chance to study evil. In every repeating life, Daniel killed first. And in every life, Adam killed last. Not to escape, not for anger, but because he believed the final murder was necessary to restart time again, to correct mistakes, to shape the future. "The killer you fear," Adam whispered, "is only the beginning. I am the ending." Harris realized the truth. Daniel was not the real danger. Adam was. The final Wednesday afternoon arrived quietly. The sky was pale, the street was silent. Police surrounded the blue house before Adam returned home. Stephanie waited inside Harris's car, shaking. When Adam entered his house, officers followed. He was standing at the window again, watching Stephanie across the street, smiling softly. "This is the part I never remember," he said calmly. "The moment when time breaks its rules." Stephanie stepped forward and played the recording. His confession, his plans, his belief in restarting time. For the first time, Adam looked afraid. "No, this part changed," he whispered. Police arrested him before he could move. As they took him away, he looked at Stephanie. "Maybe this life will keep me here, so the next one can finally be free." Years later, no murders followed. Time did not restart, and Wednesday afternoons became quiet again. But sometimes, Stephanie still felt someone watching the wall inside an empty blue house, waiting for a life that never returned. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.